going on, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. As this is the season 4 finale of the Tricology News Talk, and we'll be back for season 5 in January. But as far as our season finale episode is concerned, we do have a lot of mainstream news to talk about. We are going to be talking about the NBA in-season tournament final game, and we got a movie review for y'all today. And without further ado, let's get into our sports news, and that's the NBA in-season tournament. So this has been a great tournament, but only two teams from the West and the East have made it to the finals. So the Lakers, who were the Western Conference champions, have won the championship game by beating the Eastern Conference champions, the Indiana Pacers, 123-109, consistently clinching the first ever NBA Cup title. The Lakers' Anthony Davidson had a 41 point and 20 rebound game to lead them, while LeBron James was named the in-season tournament MVP. So that means that he probably had more than what Anthony Davidson did during the whole tournament. So congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers. So as they add another title to their banner, and they will forever be known as the first ever NBA Cup champions. So let's see who's gonna be the second next year, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a in-season tournament next year. So, but I can't wait for that. And with that being said, let's get into our mainstream news. First thing I wanted to talk about: nobody seems to want Coyote and Anium. Dang, that's crazy. But let's read what Plug had to say. I don't know what that company is, but it's not looking great for Coyote versus Animal, the Looney Tunes movie that was cracked by Warner Brothers and is being shot by filmmakers to potentially the distributors. Netflix expressed interest, but at the least that the half of the 70 million production costs, conversations ended there. I'm told Warner's doesn't need to be made entirely a whole, but the film heads Michael D. Lucas and Pam Aberdeen do want to get something semi-decent in exchange for the brand confusion of seeing a Looney Tunes movie debut on another platform. Like, can't you just release this on Max, on streaming? Like, come on. It's not that hard. But anyhow, let's move on. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon moved up the release date. So, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon is coming to Netflix one day earlier than previously expected. Announced in a tweet from the official Netflix account, Snyder's Rebel Moon, also known as Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, was supposedly to hit Netflix on December 22nd, 2023. However, it is now being known that it will stream at 7 p.m. Pacific time on December 21st, 2023. So we're getting it one day earlier. So that's all good for me. I'm excited for that movie. Moving on. Speaking to the comicbook.com, the actor who has played Bruce Banner, the Hulk, since the Marvel's Avengers, revealed that he has been asked not to comment because Marvel has been calling for a standalone Hulk film. However, he remains hopeful that Disney might one day work it out, adding that it could be really cool and have been putting a lot into what it could be and could be cool. I don't know yet. So if you guys remember of She-Hulk, which one of you we don't want to be remembered, but we did see Hulk's son appear in the season finale episode. So, I don't know, man. So Marvel has been cuckoo. what's been going on, but I don't know what's going on. But moving on. The first reviews for the upcoming Marvel series Echo have surfaced or online. So we got one comment saying, "Enjoyed the first two episodes of Echo, which had an incredible and violent fight scene that I will watch again and again. The sound designs was fire emoji. The brilliant Aquia Cox continually draws me in, but I found the storytelling and pace is shaky. Excited for the rest." So it's kind of like a mixed to positive negative here. So let's see how the rest of the episodes go. But I'm still excited for it. Baldur's Gate 3 dominated the Game Awards and wins Game of the Year. So over on my other channel, Respect the Combat Podcast, me and the boys did a review on who won all the awards. But we're gonna read who won Game of the Year. So it was Ballard at Gate 3, and the other nominees was Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So that's it there. And if you guys want to check out Respect the Comment podcast and listen to what was our thoughts for the rest of the Game Awards, go check out on our channel too, which is also available on Spotify. So we got our first nominees for the 2024 Golden Globe Awards, which will air in January. But I'm only gonna talk about the big nominees category. All the other categories will be in the description below with the link to the Golden Globes nominees if you guys want to check that out. So let's read the big time nominees awards. So for best motion picture drama, we got Oddities of the Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, and Zone of the Interest. And for best motion picture musical or comedy, we got Air, American Fiction, Barbie, The Holdovers, May December, and Poor Things. A good list there. And for best picture animated, we got The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Zuzi, the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Wish. I'm surprised Wish got in there. That's crazy. And then we got a new nominee category called Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. So we got Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, John Wick Chapter 4, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, Oppenheimer, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Taylor Swift Eras Tour, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. And then for Best Picture of non-English for a foreign language film, we got Abadies of the Fall, Fallen Leaves, Our Capito, sorry I pronounced that, Past Lives, Society of the Snow, and Zone of Interest. And then for Best Television Series Drama, we got 1923, The Crown, The Diplomatic, The Last of Us, The Morning Show, and Succession. And then for Best Television Series Musical or Comedy, we got Abrupt Elementary, Barry, The Bear, Jury Duty, Only Murders in the Building, and Ted Lasso. And then lastly, for Best Television Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture Made for Television, we got The Light We Cannot See, Beef, Daisy Jones and the Six, Forg, Fellow Travelers, and Lessons in Chemistry. So That's the big ones there. And again, like I said, the links to the other nominees will be in the description below, which is on YouTube, Spotify, and any other links as well. Moving on, Deadpool 3. Monica Barrera is officially returning. Thank God. I mean, you can't have Deadpool's wife without it in the movie, so it's a good thing they put her in there. So let's read this the statement here. While asked by John Walden of the comicbookmovie.com if she had planned to return as Vanessa had worked out, Beretta has confirmed it, while also teasing she felt that it was absolutely time for Vanessa to be suited up as the mutant superhero copycat. That could be very interesting. But did add also that she wants complete with a very large universe. I finished my shooting days on it already. I think filming is back on again after the strike, and I think it's going to be a quite good. I think fans are in for a fun surprise. So, in case y'all didn't know, Deadpool 3 is one of my anticipated movies for 2024. So I cannot wait for that. Spider-Verse creator says Part 3 is going to live up to the first two. Hey, it never fails. So I believe them. So let's read this statement from Chris Miller saying, "We are in production. We are really excited about where the story is going. I think it's a very satisfying conclusion to the trilogy, as is emotional as the other ones. We are knee deep in. So yeah, it's gonna be. We all know it's gonna be great. So we ain't gotta worry too much about that." Moving on, James Gunn's brother Sean Gunn is going to play Matt's Lord in the new DC universe. Let's read what Deadline had to say. We understand that Guardians of the Galaxy alumnus Sean Gunn is set to take on a new role as the evil businessman Matt's Lord in the new DC universe that was being overseen by James Gunn and Peter Safran. The role was previously played by Pedro Pascal in the 2020 movie Wonder Woman 1984. It's not clear if Sean Gunn's Matt Lord will make a cameo in Brothers Gunn's Superman Legacy, which will go into production next year. The character, as I heard, it will be referenced in the background of Legacy, but will appear in future DC projects. So that's going to be very interesting. So we'll just have to wait and see if Matt Lord will appear in Superman Legacy. Moving on, Disney Plus and Hulu combined surge ahead of Netflix in content and top shows. All right, this statement comes from THR saying, combined Disney Plus and Hulu app will offer more than 9,000 Disney movies and television seasons. After the latest title level analysis of the content offers suggests the firm highlight mentioning 9,078 content pieces that will position Disney Plus and Hulu's total content and offering beyond a only Amazon Prime Video 10,000 titles ahead of Netflix's 8,000 of the third quarter 2023. Apple noted that Disney Plus included 17 of the top 100 performing SVOD titles in the U.S. in the third quarter, led by the movie library. When combined with Hulu, that figure will jump to 33, giving the joint or the entity of the largest overall shares of top titles. It detailed it. In comparison, Netflix has 29 titles. So that's a lot of comparisons there. Moving on, The Iron Claw first reviews scored big. I'm excited for that one. In case y'all didn't know, over the Respect the Combat podcast, we always talk about wrestling. So this is gonna be very interesting. I'm excited for the Von Erich story. So let's read our first reviews here. Um, this first one comes from John Hoffman from The Messenger saying, much like Rangy Bull isn't a boxing movie, but a drama with boxing, The Iron Claw is a drama with pro wrestling. Alrighty. So let's go to the next one. Coming from Matt Singer from Screen Crush saying, a movie tribute to pro wrestling and its protagonist. So another good one there. All right, let's go to the next one. This one coming from Edward Douglas from the Bubble Line saying, Sean Doug, as a filmmaker, clearly able to tell such an incredible and emotional story with its clearest of visions. So one good note for the director. This one coming from Tim Gordon from Screen International saying, writer and director Sean Doug third feature shares its first to a factional of dark aspects of a human nature, but is therefore a newfound tenderness that makes this a crushing drama all more affecting. All right, good one there. Next one coming from Brian Tunford for the U.S. Today saying, the cast is solid down the line, from main stars to supporting players. So it looks like the cast did a well job. Next one, this one coming from Fred Tuffold for the U.S. Press International saying, gives a classic bio treatment to the talent offered dismissed as low board entertainment. So that's a good one there. All right. All right. Next one. This one is coming from Jay Liber Butter from Awards Watch saying, Dunkirk may have a broad dialysis from the fate of the Von Erichs, but he has also had an appreciative for their commitment and spiritual, almost McLean incutuous with regrets of their very instincts. Okay. And then last one, coming from Tessa Smith from Mama Gigi says, the Iron Claw, while heartbreaking and devastating, also tells the story of the unconditional sibling love. The acting, editing, cinematography, and the writing was top notch. This one will break you. Alrighty. So that's our first reviews for the Iron Claw. So it will be coming out on the same weekend as Aquaman 2. So let me know in the comments below if you're gonna watch that movie as well. Moving on. Supergirl. A new report that Sasha Cal is out. I mean, of course. So you got to get a new actress for Supergirl. But let's read this article here. Supergirl is set to be recast in the new DCU per new report. According to insider Daniel Richardman, popularly known as the Daniel RPK, Sasha Cal will now be reprising her role as Supergirl in the Pierce Safran and James Gunn new DCU. The report came from December 8, revealing that while Supergirl will be joining the quickly drawn cast in the new and set to appear in the Superman Legacy, Cal will not be returning, and cast has already been underway. So I'm excited for the new Supergirl cast. So and Superman Legacy looking good. Angelina Jolie is returning for Maleficent 3 for some reason. According to the Wall Street Journal, Jolie is officially signed to star in the third live-action Maleficent movie. No other details about the project was given at this time. So, hey, I love Angelina Jolie as Maleficent, so why not? Give us a third movie. Marvel to recast Kane, according to film industry insiders. My God, like this man is innocent. Like TMZ just released a video showing he was being chased by his girlfriend. Like, Oh my God. Let's read this article. Danes have now reached a new point where it should be impossible for Disney to continue working with majors in the wake of what's continually coming out about his behavior. This Friday, in his domestic violence case, text messages and privacy is misabled. Now reads that the jury case revealed that Majors appears to be advising his girlfriend, accuser Grace Joseph, to not go to the hospital after he gave her a head injury. I'm like, he did not do that. That's lying. I mean, even if she lied about what happened, I fear you have no perspective to what could happen if you go to the hospital. They will ask questions, as I don't think you actually protected us. It could lead to investigation if you did lie. They suspected something, man. This is stupid. But let's just move on from that. George Clooney says they might do another Ocean's film. But the question is this going to be another sequel from Ocean's 13? That's the question. But let's read what Variety had to say about this. George Clooney may be returning to the Ocean's franchise. In a new interview from the Opry while promoting his new movie, The Boys in the Boat, actor revealed that a script for another Ocean's movie exists, which would seemingly reunite the original trilogy cast from a movie set after the events of the 27's Ocean 13. Clooney did not provide any certain details. While we have really a good script for the another Ocean's now, so we may end up doing another one. It's actually a great script, Clooney told the publishing. So I know they're not gonna have the full Ocean's crew because the two of the actors, including Bernie Mac, have died previously. So are they gonna get new members to the team? And could we see Julia Roberts in there? Could we see Captain Xavier Jones back in there? So we just have to wait and see what's gonna happen. It's 2025, the make or break year for comic book movies. So let's read what's coming out in 2025. So as far as for DC, we're only getting two movies. One DC Elseworld movie and one new DCU movie. So we got Superman Legacy, was coming out on July 11th, and then the Batman 2 coming out on October 3rd. That's for DC. Now for Marvel, it is all the MCU. So we got Captain America Brave New World coming out on February 14th, Valentine's Day. Then you have Fantastic Four coming out on May 2nd. Then the Thunderbolts on July 25th. And then lastly, Blade coming out on November 7th. So, I'll say this. In 2024, we're only getting one MCU movie, one DC movie, and then all the rest is Sony Marvel. So let's see what 2024 does as far as comic book movie is concerned. Moving on. James Gunn criticizes cameo porn in the Superman in the superhero films. Let's see what Men Journal had to say. The whole point is not a large film. I mean, not in terms of the cast. It's normal for single protagonist films to have other characters. Much more usual for them not to. He went on to share most hatred element of the modern superhero films prevalent in Marvel's recent outpouring. I call that cameo porn. It has been one of the worst elements in recent superhero films. If a character is in the film, then they have to have a reason to be there story wise. So you kind of made the sense there. But like I said, still excited for Superman Legacy. Deadpool 3 was ranked number one in the most anticipated film of 2024. So I don't know who posted their top 10, but let's read what this might be coming from Deadline, but let's read what they have to say. So if Deadpool is number one, Deadpool 3 is number one. So number two is Beetlejuice 2, then Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, then Doom Part 2, Venom 3, Despicable Me 4, Inside Out 2, The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Worlds, Gladiator 2, and then lastly, A Quiet Place Day 1. So, not a bad list here, but let's see if everybody else going to agree on their top 10 most anticipated films for 2024. You know what? I was gonna read the reviews for Rebel Moon, but some of these reviews are just straight up like haters. Like some of these critics, like they just straight up hating on Zack Snyder. Like this is like straight up ridiculous. But we're not gonna read those reviews. But let's read the reviews for the new Percy Jackson series and the Olympian score. So those reviews were scored high crazy. But let's read this first one from Caitlin Drive for the AV Club saying, Uncle Rick has worked hard to give us something that he has adheres to the spirit of his original works, something fast-paced, in bunkers in the best possible way, and throughout entertaining. So good one there. Next one coming from Amadore Tembu from Variety saying, the series depicates a genuine exclusive world showcasing storylines and characters that will captivate fans for the next decade. At last, Richard's work has been given the extended visual adaptation it deserves. So that's a good one there. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, this one coming from Dominique Best from Seattle Times saying, even with lightning quick pace, Percy had plenty going for it. Visually, it's a gem. Ready yourself in order a penguin book in classic methods for the kids to obsess over when they have finished the watching. That one came from Poppy Plant from the Daily Telegraph UK. All right, and then lastly, we got one rotten here. Came from Denton Roberts from Slane Magazine saying, largely missed from the series is coherent world built and quicksilver pacing of the novels. So that's one rotten there. Alrighty. And lastly, this one comes from Matthew Quinter from the Rap saying, the writers is quick witty, the action is stellar, making Percy Jackson a episode tale that helps propel the young character forward in exciting directions. Alrighty. So that's all the mainstream news for y'all today. And finally, let's get into our movie review today. And that's on the Rob Dover's latest adaptation of Willy Wonka, just simply known as Wonka. So this was directed by Paul King, and of course, this was stars Timothy Cotterman as Willy Wonka, and it just shows Willy Wonka in his as his early days as a chocolater before he had the chocolate factory. And man, let me just say this. It may not have captured the atmosphere, the magic like the 1971's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but its sugariness and it has made this a chocolate masterpiece as a prequel story for the modern era. Timothy Clatcher and Hugh Grant had the best performances. It started out slow in the first couple of minutes, but then it got its group in, and the pace of the movie worked really well. Some of the CGI scenes could have been done practical, but I'm gonna tell you one thing: you're gonna definitely need some tissues, in the third act. That's all I'm gonna say. No, this is of course, this is a non-spoiler review, so I'm just want to get y'all prepared. That's all I'm saying. They pay respect to the original 1971 soundtrack in there, so that's a good thing there. And there is a mid credit scene, so you could definitely stay afterwards for that. So overall, this is a great musical film for the family to watch for this holiday season. So yeah, so man, I'm definitely gonna give this one um a B plus. So like I said, it's not a full full overall masterpiece, but still a masterpiece in its own right for the for the modern era. So if you had to ask me which one rankings was better, so I will put um Johnny Depp's one in the third one, then Wonka with Timothy Clatcher, and then of course the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory as number one. So yeah, so that's my review on Wonka, and let me know what are your thoughts on it if you have seen the movie. But that's our season 4 finale episode, y'all. So thank y'all for being on the journey this year for 2023, and hopefully we can have some new excitement going into season 5. And with that being said, y'all, if you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget get the like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when new episodes are uploaded. And of course, if you're listening to me on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts, don't forget to follow me there as well. But with that being said, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.